check. Camera check.
May I commence the proceedings, Milan? Tamil Thai Varthu.
My Lord, the Honorable Acting Chief Justice and other Honorable Judges of the Madras High Court, Honorable Dr. Justice D. Nagarjun, friends and family members of the Honorable Judge, and particular reference to Justice Samba Sivarao, retired Judge of the Telangana High Court, learned Additional Solicitor General, learned Additional Advocate Generals Thiruvalargal Haja Nazaruddin, Veera Kadiravan, Ramanlal, Bhaskaran, Kumaresan, Neelakantan, J. Ravindran and Muthukumar, learned Public Prosecutor Thiru Hassan Mohammed Jinnah, learned State Government Pleader Thiru Edwin Prabhakar and learned Government Pleader Madurai Thiru P. Tilak Kumar, learned Government Law Officers of Tamil Nadu at the Principal Bench and Madurai Bench, learned Public Prosecutor of Puducherry Thiru Mohan Das, learned Government Pleader of Puducherry Thiru Ravi Kumar, learned Government Law Officers of Puducherry and the Law Officers of Union of India, Thiru Amal Raj, Chairman Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, Thiru Prabhakar, Vice Chairman of Bar Council, Thiru Bhaskar, President of Madras Bar Association, Thiru Mohan Krishnan, President of Madras High Court Advocates Association, Thiru Isaac Mohan Lal, President of Madurai Bench of Madras High Court Bar Association, Thiru Ramakrishnan, President of Madras High Court Madurai Bench Advocates Association, Thiru Hon'Ble, President of Women Advocates Association Madurai, Srimati Louisa L. Ramesh, President of Women Lawyers Association, Thiru Selvaraj, President of Law Association and other office bearers of respective associations, Registrar General Thiru Jyoti Raman, officers and staff of the Registry of the Madras High Court at the principal seat and its bench at Madurai, fellow senior advocates and beloved colleagues, representatives of the electronic and print media, viewers watching the proceedings online, ladies and gentlemen. Vanakkam and my greetings to you all. In the last few months, it has been a virtual merry-go-round, or possibly more appropriately, like musical chairs that we have all been assembling for the address of the Advocate General, each time for a different cause. There were farewells when we were celebrating a judge on his elevation as Chief Justice, as well as an elevation to the Supreme Court, both joyous in itself. We have also met a few occasions to hear references from my Lord the Chief Justice on the passing of former judges, which is a matter of sorrow. Finally, we have been meeting to bid farewell to judges on their attaining the age of superannuation, which has been fixed at an unbelievably young age of 62. More of that a little later. These farewells, as I remarked on the farewell of the Honorable Chief Justice a few months back, are moments where, to quote the bard of Avon, parting is such sweet sorrow. Today, we are once again assembled on the eve of the retirement of Dr. Justice Devaraj Nagarjun, who will retire tomorrow. From his birth, it has been a special day, for how many can have the pleasure to share their birthday with that of Bharat Mata? To my memory, Your Lordship does share this momentous birthday with yet another judge of this court who retired some years back. In this case, his parents proudly named him Sudandaram, which of course it means in Tamil freedom. Justice Nagarjun came to our court on 6th of April 2023, and we have had the pleasure of having Your Lordship with us for just a shade short of 16 months. Justice Nagarjun was born to late Sri Devaraj Ramakrishna Rao and Srimati Vimla Devi at Vanarparthi town in Telangana district of the then state of Andhra Pradesh on Independence Day in 1962. Your Lordship did your schooling and college in his hometown and took up law as a natural progression, since Your Lordship's father, late Sri Ramakrishna Rao, was himself a thriving lawyer in the Telangana district. Having completed your degree in Gulbarga, Your Lordship continued to pursue higher studies by finishing a postgraduate diploma in industrial relations in personnel management in Bharati Vidya Bhavan, and proceeded to do your LLM in international law from the Osmania University. A major step in Your Lordship's life was being awarded the scholarship for doing research as a world peace scholar in international conflict in the internationally renowned University of California at Berkeley from 2002 to 2004. With your prodigious appetite for learning, Your Lordship also proceeded there and did a master's program in Berkeley at the Asian Studies Department. Your Lordship enrolled in 1986 in the office of your late father. Within a few years, Your Lordship decided to take up judgeship as a career option and joined as a junior civil judge in 1991. Through merit and ability, Your Lordship worked your way up to the post of Assistant Director of the Police Academy and as Principal Secretary to the Chief Justice of Andhra Pradesh. Your Lordship was promoted as a district judge in 17/9/2010 and served in various districts with distinction in the then combined state of Andhra Pradesh. Soon after the bifurcation, Your Lordship assumed position as the Registrar General in the High Court of Telangana, and after a brief stint therein, Your Lordship was elevated as Judge of the High Court of Telangana on 24th of March 2022. All of us assembled here know the grueling work that is put in by the district judges as heads of the judicial administration within their territory. In spite of that pressure of work, it is commendable that Your Lordship allowed your thirst for intellectual pursuits to take you to Nalsar University of Law at Hyderabad in 2013, where you completed your PhD in International Trade and Financial Discipline of World Trade Organization and General Agreements on Tariff and Trade. In a fond farewell address given to Your Lordship by my counterpart Shri P.S. Prasad, Advocate General of Telangana, glowing commendations were made about your erudite pronouncement during your short stint there. For the record, I may recall a few of them. In Rupulu Shobha and others was a state of Telangana, where it was a case Your Lordship noted while refusing to quash FIR that there is no standard rule that if there is a civil dispute or if a civil case is pending in a court, consequential criminal cases should not be entertained. In Criminal Petition 4422 of 77, when dealing with provisions of the Food Standards and Safety Act, Your Lordship held that with the respect of vicarious liability, held that a company, in order to fasten vicarious liability against any employee or manager or a person in charge, unless the company is made one of the accused, the prosecution would not sustain. In yet another case, in Criminal Petition 2470 of 22, when dealing with provisions of Indian Penal Code relating to breach of trust under Section 406 and cheating under 420, Your Lordship held that in order to find a person guilty under 406, it is required to prove before that court that the accused must have been entrusted with the property and should have been misappropriated by using it for a purpose other than that for which it was intended for. In Criminal Revision 799 of 22, Your Lordship noted, after considering Section 24(8) of the CRPC, read with 301 and 302 of CRPC, it was clear that courts are expected to be liberal in considering applications filed by de facto complainants requesting for assisting prosecution in conducting cases. Since assuming office here, Your Lordship has again predominantly sat on the criminal side and thereafter made your mark while dealing with service matters. I have had the pleasure of appearing before Your Lordship and found Your Lordship to have a comforting dual persona so important for a judge, namely knowledge and patience. This twin attribute is possibly the quintessential requirement for a judge, and Your Lordship possessed both in abundance. When you take old judgment from the 1950s and 60s, one would find that those erudite pronouncements by giant personalities like Chief Justice Dr. Rajamannar or Chief Justice Veerasamy, the one thing that would stand in common is the pithiness in their presentation. My late senior and father V.P. Raman, while giving a welcome address to a Chief Justice of this court, would say, pithiness in presentation should not be mistaken for perfunctory preparation. Your Lordship has followed in that mode of pithy presentation in your judgments. Citing a few examples of Your Lordship sitting in this court, I may mention that in the DLH Express case, while considering the applicability of Factories Act to DHL, interpreting the scope and definition of manufacturing under Section 2K, Your Lordship held that repacking would not fall under the definition of manufacturing. In Poor-Wagon versus Presiding Officer, 2024, Your Lordship noted that while transfer from one department to another is the prerogative right of management, when effecting the transfer, management is expected to see that unskilled labor cannot be transferred to a place where skill is required unless he is given proper training or he has been asked to do only unskilled work there. In Hon'Ble versus Chairman of Tanjatco, a mentally challenged legal heir of a deceased pensioner was asked to provide a guardianship certificate in order to sanction family pension. Your Lordship observed that such certificate could not be insisted upon as the petitioner attained age of majority and certificates under the Guardians and Wards Act were meant only for minors. It was also observed that the Right of Persons with Disabilities Act 2016 did not provide for a guardian. Thereupon, Your Lordship provided the solution for the hapless petitioner by pointing out that under the National Trust for the Welfare of Persons with Autism, Cerebral Palsy, Mental Retardation and Multiple Disabilities Act 1999, Section 14 provided for the appointment of a court guardian. The writ was disposed of, giving liberty to approach that forum, and the petitioner finally got relief after several decades. Before concluding on this part, as is traditional, it is my duty to put on record that in the short tenure of 16 months, while sitting both in the principal seat at Madras as well as in the Madurai bench, Your Lordship had sat in a division bench that disposed of 60 matters, which was during the first few months of your tenure. And thereafter, sitting singly, a total of 5,701 cases have been disposed of by Your Lordship, reflecting the high efficiency levels at which you have been performing. Your retirement at the age of 62 is just another reason for the constitution makers to realize how antiquated the superannuation rules are for judges of the High Court and the Supreme Court. In 1950, when the Constitution was adopted, the average life expectancy of an Indian human was possibly 50s or 60s, which accounted for 62 and 65 as the retirement age for the High Court and the Supreme Court respectively. Today, life expectancy itself has gone way beyond 70s and 80s. In fact, a preeminent medical professional of national repute told me just the other day that children born post-COVID 2020 could potentially see a life expectancy of a century. In that scenario, what is 62? It is the middle age of today, and what was the old age of yesteryears? This is a matter to ponder every time a member of the judiciary is sent to pasture at the cream of their lives. Fortunately, in today's scenario, there are several avenues open for persons of your Lordship's temperament and capability, and I am sure you will find ways to keep yourself not only healthy and happy, but also gainfully employed in your retirement. In fact, your Lordship's very interesting stint in your doctorate on WTO and GATT, I am sure will come in immensely useful in international arbitrations. On behalf of the grateful members of the High Court of Madras and its Madras bench, I bid your Lordship a very fond farewell and wish you all success in your future endeavors. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. May I request the Honorable Dr. Justice D. Nagarjun to offer acceptance speech.
My Lord, the Honorable Acting Chief Justice, my esteemed sister and brother judges of Principal Seat and Madras Bench, Mr. P.S. Raman, Learned Advocate General, Mr. Hassan Muhammad Zina, Public Prosecutor, Learned Additional Advocates General, other law officers of the state and central government, and the Union Territory of Pondicherry, Mr. S. Prabhakaran, Vice Chairman, Bar Council of India, Mr. P.S. Amalraj, Chairman, Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, Presidents and Office Bearers of Madras Bar Association, Madras High Court Advocates Association, Women's Lawyers Association, Law Association, members of the Bar, Registrar General, Learned Senior Advocates, other registrars and staff of this High Court, judges of the District Judiciary, members of the press and media, my family members, friends, well-wishers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to you all. I cannot really believe that I am addressing you for the last occasion as a judge of this esteemed High Court. While it is bittersweet to say goodbye, I understand that the good things do eventually come to an end. At the outset, I thank the Learned Advocate General for the nice words showered on me and the compliments paid. They truly touched my heart. I extend my sincere thanks to him. I stand before you all today with a humble heart, packed with a mixture of emotions and gratitude, as I bid farewell to the judgeship of this esteemed High Court, which lasted for about 1 year and 4 months. I hail from Vanapati town of Telangana state, where I studied up to my graduation. My father, late D. Ramakrishna Rao, was an advocate, and my mother, Srimati D. Vimala Devi, is a homemaker. I enrolled in the year 1986 and joined the chambers of my father. He was guiding light and taught me the fundamentals of advocacy. I was later recruited as a district munsif in the year 1991. As referred just now by Learned Advocate General, while I was working as a district munsif, I was awarded a scholarship for undertaking research on international conflict resolution at University of California, Berkeley, United States of America. During the course of my research, I also studied LLM in International Law and MA in Asian Studies in the same university. I continued my research and was awarded with PhD in the year 2014 by Nalsar University of Law at Hyderabad. After holding several positions in the district judiciary for about 31 years, I was elevated as a judge of High Court of Telangana on 24/3/22. When I was transferred and took oath as a judge of this prestigious Chartered High Court on 6/4/2023, I was skeptical as to how my tenure likely to be in this High Court. However, with the love and affection you all showered on me, I felt at home from the day one onwards. Now I feel this place to be my second home. This afternoon when I was taking lunch in the full court, I was also referring that I was wondering why I was not transferred to this court much earlier. Yes, a lot of pain and sorrow accompanies while bidding farewell. This is the moment one realizes the weight of relationship we leave behind and the profound impact that they made in our lives. It's not the joy that makes us grateful. It's the gratitude that makes us joyful. First and foremost, I am grateful to the honorable members of the Collegium, headed by Honorable Justice Hima Kohli, the Honorable Chief Justice of Telangana High Court, now Judge of Honorable Supreme Court of India, for recommending my name for the appointment as a Judge of High Court. I am also grateful to the honorable members of the Collegium, headed by Honorable Sri Justice N.V. Ramana, the Honorable Chief Justice of India, for recommending the government for appointment as a Judge of High Court. I express my deep gratitude to their lordships. I pay my sincere and immense gratitude to Honorable Justice T. Raja, the former Acting Chief Justice who administered oath of office to me. Justice S. Vaidyanathan, former Acting Chief Justice. Justice Sanjay Vijay Kumar Gangapurwala, the former Chief Justice. Justice R. Mahadevan, former Acting Chief Justice and presently the Judge of Supreme Court of India. And Justice D. Krishna Kumar, the Acting Chief Justice, for being kind, generous and affectionate towards me. I would like to extend my gratitude to the esteemed colleagues of Madras High Court, both Principal Seat and Madurai Bench, who through their astute insights and commendable judicial acumen have set a benchmark full stop. This dedication to uphold the principles of impartiality and fairness and integrity has inspired the legal community as a whole. I'll be missing our close association. I'm grateful to all the past and present colleagues. An advocate is an integral part of the administration of justice. Your diligence, relentless pursuit of justice is instrumental in shaping the legal framework that embodies the ideals of the constitutionalism and human rights. A successful lawyer has always been held in high esteem, not because he has succeeded in accumulating unlimited wealth, but because his knowledge, wisdom, brilliant intellect and court craft. This court is very fortunate to have many successful lawyers of high degree of intellect and legal acumen. Though my stint as a judge in this High Court is relatively short, I had the opportunity of hearing the illustrious arguments of several senior counsel by which I have enriched myself in various nuances of law. It's been an honor to preside over your arguments and witness the zeal with which you defend the rights of those represent. I thank all the advocates for their unstinted cooperation. Here, I must make a special mention about the junior and young advocates of this High Court. They are creative, analytical, and are having good research and communication skills, and more particularly, they are also receptive. They are all aware that they may continuously update themselves with the latest legal developments and practices. I wish them all. I must also take this opportunity to express my gratitude to all the registrars led by Registrar General and the staff of this High Court. Your steadfast support and tireless efforts in ensuring the smooth functioning of this court are truly commendable. From the meticulous case management to the organizational skills behind the scenes, your invaluable contributions have not gone unnoticed. I thank all the registrars and the staff. I am deeply moved and overwhelmed by the presence of so many esteemed persons, including the Registrar General, former Registrar of the High Court of Andhra Pradesh, sitting district judges of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, advocates from Telangana and Andhra Pradesh High Courts and the district courts, staff members of High Court and district courts of Telangana, my childhood friends, classmates, my family members and well-wishers. I acknowledge the presence of Mr. Justice Samsara Naidu, former judge of Telangana High Court, who has been my close friend since the date of my starting my career in the year 1991. His love and affection and encouragement have given me the strength to face the many challenges for this of this demanding profession. I am eternally grateful for his presence in my life. As I look back to this journey, I realize that I could not have done this alone. I owe profound gratitude to my wonderful family. My wife, Srimati Amulya, has been my greatest source of strength. She stood by my side, shoulder to shoulder, even during my challenging times, and allowed me to focus on achieving my goals. She carried the weight of her family with selflessness, resilience, and unwavering dedication. I cannot imagine having walked to this path without her. Thank you for being my partner in every sense of word. Sorry. My elder daughter Apurva, son-in-law Manukrant, my younger daughter Aishwarya, son-in-law Ravi Kiran, who flew from America just to attend this farewell event. They are pride of our family. All of them are remarkable individuals. There were many moments I missed in their lives because of my professional commitments, yet they've always been understanding and supportive. My brother Dr. D. Vijay Kumar, my sister-in-law Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, my brothers D. Chiranjeevi, D. Bharat Kumar, D. Kiran, and my sister Udayasri, brother-in-law Kesavi Hanuman, who are present today, have given me the strength throughout and motivated me to push through the toughest obstacles. I take this opportunity to thank my personal staff, both at the office and residence, more particularly Ms. Vedapriya, Senior Private Secretary, J. Ganesh, PA, V. Chandana, PA, from Principal Seat, Mr. Kirvan Joseph, Shobana from the Madras bench, Jaypal and Senthil, court officers at the Principal Seat and Madras bench respectively. Mr. Dandapani and Syed, posting clerks at the Principal Seat, and Karthikeyan, posting clerks at the Madras bench. Mr. Panni Selvam, Mr. Imam, drivers of the Principal Seat and the Madras bench respectively. The protocol staff, Mr. T. Dhanujay, Joint Registrar, Mr. Govindaraj, Assistant Registrar, Lakshmi Narayana and Lakshmi Pati. Mr. Kannappan, officer on special duty, have taken best care of my medical requirements. Ms. Gokul OA, Hari OA, Srinivasan OA, my resident OAs Rajalakshmi, Hari Krishnan and Ramachandran, and residential assistant at Principal Seat, and Mr. Manohar OA and Deviam OA at Madras bench. My personal security officers, Mr. Mohan and Ramesh Babu, have made my official and personal work trouble-free and easy. I thank them all. Serving as a judge of this Madras High Court has been a profound privilege. Bidding farewell to all has become a challenging and emotional experience for me. I am leaving this office today with lasting memories and numerous valuable takeaways. Retirement may mark the end of my tenure as a High Court judge, but it is not the end of my commitment to the principles of justice, equality and fairness. Before saying Omega, I seek pardon for any unknown mistakes committed by me during my tenure. They are purely unintentional. Thank you all once again for bestowing me on the honor of your presence on this farewell sitting. I wish you all good health, happiness and prosperity. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, my lord. May I conclude the proceedings, my lord? National anthem.